What is going on, guys? So in today's video, I'm going to be unboxing the newly redesigned iPad mini. This was a product I was waiting for quite some time to get updated because the previous iPad minis have just stopped getting support. So it's nice to see that Apple has finally moved the iPad mini with the more modern designs that they have for their other iPads. So with that out the way, let's go ahead and get with this unboxing experience. So as always, we have the nice pull tab with the iPad mini, what's it called? Name on the side. Sorry, I just took a nap and woke up, and I also apologize if the color shifts throughout the video. I'm recording a little bit later in the day, but go ahead and get this nicely peeled off, and it's slowly moving. There we go. So, lifting this out of the box here, it's pretty light. So, Apple's doing its whole recycling to save the environment. Although I think we're going to need a lot more than just recycle material for expensive products. But as you can see in the box here, designed by Apple in California. I'm sure we have our stickers. They are in the back right here. So there are the stickers. So showing you around the device real quick, we have a updated camera lens on the back compared to the previous generation with a LED flash underneath it. On the right hand side, all we have is the 5G antenna band smack dab in the middle. I think this is the 5G antenna band. Yeah, it should be. And it also doubles as the magnet if I'm not mistaken. We'll see in a second. And then on the bottom here, we have the lovely USB-C port. I don't know why Apple is not putting this inside their iPhones, but nonetheless, it's nice that the iPad mini is coming with USB-C. Then on the left-hand side, it's just clean, no buttons at all. And then on the top here, we have more speaker grills, a volume control, and then the lock button, which actually doubles as Touch ID. So unfortunately, there's no Face ID, but in terms of biometrics, we still have a button here to unlock it pretty fast. So Apple is welcoming us into iPadOS 15, and it is saying hello in multiple languages. Really do love this page. Okay, so now I'm at the point of transferring data from my iPad Pro over to my iPad mini. If you guys notice something, the title or the name of my iPad Pro is actually not a computer. It's kind of jabbing at Apple, but I just want to show you guys the sheer size comparison. And I don't think this is a fair comparison in general, just because I think the iPad Pro is just for a completely different target audience. And I'll see if I can slide the iPad. Wait, this is like stuck together with magnets. You guys see this? It's kind of funny. All right, so this is a more fair comparison. And what you're seeing right here is the iPad 8th generation. They did refresh this and have a 9th generation, but it's pretty much the overall same design, just spec improvements. So in terms of the design and dimensions, this is what you're going to be looking at and going down to the iPad mini. Just think of the iPad mini as a shrunken down Air in terms of design. So we're getting that pushed out bezel, so there's no more forehead and chin, and the Touch ID has been moved to the lock button as well. Now the interesting thing with iPads, the difference between them, I would say, is that each one seems to have their own use cases, and they're all targeting different audiences. So as you can see right now, one advantage that the iPad mini has is that it has more portability. Now you might say that the iPad, the regular ones, and the Air, and even the 11-inch iPad Pro are portable, but as you can see right now, I'm able to hold the iPad mini with one hand. Just kind of makes it a different machine in the way I can interact with it. I also do believe like the iPad Pro is for, a very specific group of people. And then below that, it's pretty much just whatever goes at that point. Portability, I think, is very important to people. And I would say traveling with this, I'd feel more comfortable than picking up something that's just a little bit larger. It's like, I don't really need all this extra stuff. I just need a pretty decent screen and stuff to do within iPadOS, because primarily what I'm doing is just browsing the web and then watching stuff. That's really it. So I know Apple doesn't have the ProMotion on the Mini. I don't think that's a big issue for me, even though I do love my ProMotion and 120 hertz. Whenever I go down to, or whenever I use my iPad, it's like, it sucks for a couple minutes and then I get used to it. So we have about 5 minutes left. Hopefully the sun doesn't go down and things look very bad on video, but we'll see. This is the iPad mini. As you can see, this is my wallpaper. I think this wallpaper looks so good on the iPad, by the way. So I'm just gonna press that and I'm just in. So if you want to use the iPad pencil, if you want to use the Apple Pencil, you just plug it to the side with a 5G, and right there shows Apple Pencil 90% and charging. So to test out the display, I'm going to play a YouTube video. You guys know this. We're going to go to a random country. I'm going to crank the brightness all the way up and the speakers and see how it sounds and how the display is. All right, so today we're going to be exploring Budapest, and we're going to crank this up to the max setting possible, 4K HDR, and let you guys explore. Fashion Street Budapest. Looks like I know where I'm going when I go to Budapest. So in terms of the speakers and the display, I mean, Apple speakers, I said this before I even started the video, max volume, crystal clear, and a form factor that's this small, it sounds really, really good. I don't know what the competition has, but I'm sure Apple probably etches them just that a little bit more. So I guess I can test out the camera, even though people don't really take photos on the iPad. Let me go ahead and switch this around. There's no portrait modes. That kind of sucks. I don't know. Whenever I take photos on iPad, I'm just like, wow, my phone is just so much better. I don't know if it's because it's blowing it up on the iPad's display, but I mean, this does not look that good. I do not look as good as I did when I took photos on the iPhone 13. But iPad has a very special use case, and I'm almost positive if you have an iPad, you probably have a pretty good smartphone on the side that you can probably use for selfies and stuff like that. All right, so now I'm testing out the front-facing camera on the iPad mini. Like I said, iPad mini, or just iPads in general, it's for very specific use for some people. Although I do think the iPad Pros have substantially better cameras than the lower end iPads in the lineup, but I think overall this is passable. I think Apple could definitely do better, but we have center stage, so at least that's something. But yeah, this is front-facing camera on the iPad mini. All right, so here I am about to, here I am, bump, 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 rock you like a hurricane. All right, I'm sorry. I always get distracted when I say something, but now I'm just going to do a, let me actually put this on the table. Quick test of writing on the iPad mini. Yo, please sub to someone else. Smiley face. Gotcha. Or as Eminem would say. All right, that is pretty much the iPad mini. I'm not positive if this will stand up by itself, but if it does, that'll be pretty legit, and it does. Good for videos, Apple. It's probably gonna turn off, but hopefully you guys enjoyed this video of me unboxing the iPad mini. This is just my first impressions. I'll say this again, please do not purchase any products on this channel based on my unboxing. Wait till the full review. But if you think my first impression is good enough to purchase it, go ahead, do it. But overall, in terms of the iPad mini, like I said before, I'm glad Apple saved your life. I'm glad Apple decided to refresh or redesign the iPad mini. Almost seems like they built it from the ground up, but not really. All they did was shrink the iPad Air. But I do think the iPad mini is now a product that I can generally recommend to people over the iPad Air, just because of its pure portability standpoint. But if you guys want me to test anything on this thing wants to just like fly out of my hand. If you guys want me to test anything on the iPad mini, or if you have any specific questions, please let me know down in the comments below. Sorry that I'm not super ecstatic today, but I would say this is a pretty chill unboxing that I haven't had in quite some time. So I appreciate every sub, like, and comment. Let me know what you guys think of the iPad mini. And as always, guys, much love. Hopefully the video didn't turn out too dark, by the way, because the sun is down.